Blessings guys, 𝐴𝑁𝐺𝐸𝐿𝑂'�'𝑆 with you. Welcome to my channel and my page. So, recently I got a question from one of my followers on Instagram about the karmic relationship. And I recently also made a post about the karmic relationship on my Instagram page, as well as I believe I haven't yet probably downloaded it onto my TikTok page, but I'm about to do this. So the reason of me making this short mini live is to give you the answers about the karmic relationship, and can karmic relationship be only between lovers, or the karmic relationship can also be between friends, can also be between brothers and sisters? Definitely. The answer is definitely. The purpose of the karmic relationship is not specifically, or they are not specifically intended to be between a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman. In fact, the karmic relationship is the source of a relationship between two people that is linked from their past life experiences. In other words to say, not all the, even though the word karmic can sound a little scary and freaky for a lot of people, because everybody thinking about the karmic relationship for some reason thinks that it's something bad that we have done in our past life, and now in this life we have to pay it off. Not really. Karmic relationships' purpose is to teach us. Its purpose not really to punish us or to wish anything bad to us, but its real purpose is to teach us. Considering that in astrology, the karma is deeply related to the planet of Saturn, and that's why we call it Saturn, the father of karma. So the karmic patterns of the Saturns are very strongly described and very strongly emphasized in astrology. So if you'd like to read about this, feel free to go and learn a lot more about the traits and the behavioral patterns of the karmic relationship, and how to spot the karmic relationship in your astrological birth chart by being able to spot the Saturn and the certain house of the Saturn and the Venus. We can also find out what kind of karmic relationship you can have in this lifetime of yours. But let me just first start about the karmic relationship. So the karmic relationship's main purpose is not to punish us, as I said, but to teach us. So what happens if you meet someone and you understand them, you got that feeling that actually you've known the person for ages, that you've known the person for a very long time, even though you met this person for the first time in your lifetime, and you can understand, you can feel that familiarity from them. So this more likely means that it's a karmic relationship. Karmic relationship is also sort of a relationship that no matter what you do is not gonna leave your life. They will keep on coming back. Those situations will keep on coming back into your life over and over again until you learn the lesson. Karmic relationships or karmic lessons can not only be in a form of the person or an individual, it can also happen in the patterns of the occasion, in the patterns of situational occasion. In other words to say, you may find yourself caught up in the same kind of repetitive situations. At this point, there are two things that I would like to emphasize in this certain situation. First of all, the psychological point of the situation, which is possibly when you cannot see or you cannot expect other results when you keep on doing the same thing and the same methods that do not work. And unfortunately, a lot of people do not pay attention to this pattern, and they still keep on doing the same things in their life and happening and making the same pattern of behavioral pattern in their life, which eventually does not bring any results, and the person is just basically going around the circle without noticing or understanding what is wrong and why the things are not working out the way that they want it. First of all, this is a very psychological, maybe even very subconscious factor that the individual should be aware of. And at this point, of course, therapy can work, or therapy or life coaching sessions can also work. But at the same time, when there is another pattern of it, like when all these things keep on happening in your life, but even if let's say that you cannot find your partner, you cannot find a partner that you would like to settle down with, and at some point you start going through these different individuals, but even going through those different individuals, one thing still remains the same, is that the same behavioral patterns that the first partner and the last partner have seem to be almost the same. It's because unfortunately we did not get the lesson that this father of karma Saturn wanted to get to us at that point with that specific person, and we were not able to learn that lesson. And that's why even though that person had left our life, basically giving us some sort of experiences or causing us some pain, or maybe even even if the separation was not let's say that initiated by them, or happened accidentally, or happened because of some life situations, right? it's not necessarily that the person who left your life had to do it in a nasty, horrible way. Like, there can be different life situations, and the purpose of this again is actually to explain to us where the mistake was. What is the lesson? What is the message of the universe that we're trying to understand at this point? That what should we do in order to be able to understand this lesson, and how can we benefit from this lesson? And trust me, once you learn those karmic pattern lessons, then whether it's your personal life, whether it's your business, whether it's your career, whether it's your education, whatever it is, you are experiencing the same repetitive patterns of unpleasant situations or unpleasant experiences will immediately stop and change. Why it's going to change? Because you eventually have learned the lesson. So basically, once again, what I'm trying to explain it to you in easier words so that you can understand. If you happen to notice some repetitive patterns in your life, whether it's in your personal life or interpersonal relationship, or whether it is in your everyday life, in your work and career wise, whatever it is, you have to understand perfectly well that there can be only two factors. The first factor, again, as I said, can be deeply psychological or subconscious, is that we keep on still doing the same thing and expecting different results, which is never going to happen. Psychology proves that you cannot get another result by doing the same things. And if you see that those methods are not working, it means you gotta change our ways and change those methods. And the second thing is a very karmic thing, which means that if the same kind of situations in our life keep happening, and if the same type of people keep on coming into our life, and we see the cycle that goes without stop, it means the father of karma wants you to understand that you are in the cycle of the lessons, and you need to make your lessons through. You need to learn, and you need to listen and understand the message that the universe is trying to tell you. And by the way, every time when the universe is trying to tell us a message, trust me, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Sometimes universe can give us really tough tests and really tough experiences, but none of it is intended to hurt us, but only help us to become the better version of ourselves. So I wish you guys to stay safe and sound over there, and I hope that this little mini clip is going to be helpful for those of you who may experience repetitive patterns in their life. And now that you know why and where it can come from, hopefully it's going to help you out. Blessings.